What happens to the version of you that never got the chance to exist? What happens to the version of you that never got the chance to exist? The one who spoke the truth instead of staying quiet. The one who walked away instead of clinging. The one who dared to try and failed, but at least lived. Is that version lost? Or is it still waiting? Somewhere beneath the roles you've played, somewhere behind the smile you learned to wear, that version never disappeared. It became a whisper. It became restlessness. It became that strange ache in the middle of ordinary days when everything looks fine, but feels wrong. They taught you to be practical, to be nice, to blend in. They said, be realistic, get a stable job, don't dream too big, don't stand out too much. And you listened because you were young, and approval felt like love. So you buried parts of yourself to survive, the bold parts, the strange parts, the free parts. And in their place, you built a version of yourself that the world would accept. But here's the truth. Every time you abandon who you are to be who they want, you create a ghost. A version of you that should have lived. And that ghost doesn't vanish. It watches. Carl Jung once said, nothing has a stronger influence psychologically on their environment, and especially on their children, than the unlived life of the parent. The unlived life doesn't go quietly. It seeps through your words. It echoes in your relationships. It becomes the fear that stops you from changing. Even when everything inside you is begging for change, it becomes self-sabotage. It becomes anxiety without reason. It becomes a life that looks full, but feels empty. Let's try something. A moment of silence between you and yourself. Close your eyes, if only in your mind. Now, picture the version of you who said yes to their calling. The one who moved to that city, wrote that book, started that journey, told the truth. What do they look like? What kind of peace do they wear? What kind of life are they living right now, in the timeline you abandoned? Now ask yourself, what did they have to leave behind to become that? You see, becoming that version means rupture. It means walking away from the comfort of being liked. It means breaking generational scripts. It means disappointing people who only loved you when you betrayed yourself. It means saying, I'm not going to be silent anymore. I'm not living on autopilot. I'm not available for a life that isn't mine. And yes, people will call you selfish. They'll say you've changed. They'll miss the old you. But they never really loved you. They loved the mask. Let them grieve it, because here's the truth. No one told you. You cannot live your truth and keep everyone comfortable. Maybe you think it's too late, that too much time has passed, that the real you is long gone. But the real you doesn't age. It waits. It waits in the silence between distractions. In the moments when you stare at the ceiling and wonder, is this it? And if you're here, if you're listening to this, that means a part of you has already begun the journey back. It's not too late. Not to speak up. Not to start over. Not to reclaim the parts of yourself you abandoned just to be accepted. In Jungian terms, this is individuation, the journey of becoming whole, not perfect, not pleasing, whole. It's the process of stepping away from the collective noise and returning to the self. It is not about becoming someone new. It is about remembering who you were before the world told you who to be. And that process often starts in silence. It begins when you stop reacting and start listening. It begins when you stop chasing and start becoming. So what happens to the person you could have been? They're not gone. They're not some tragic ghost of regret. They are a guide, a mirror, a second chance. You won't become them overnight, but you can move toward them. Every time you choose truth over comfort. Every time you say no to what drains you. Every time you choose yourself, even when it costs you. And here's the paradox. The moment you stop trying to be everything for everyone, you start becoming someone real. If this message stirred something in you, if a small voice inside whispered, "That's me," then maybe it's time. Write in the comments, "I choose to remember who I was meant to be." Let's see how many of us are ready to begin again. Because you were never too late. You were only paused. And now, you're waking up.